Grizzlies take Game 4 in overtime, and they lead this best-of-7 series 3-1 over the defending Western Conference champion.
Memphis is part of their 5 straight wins over the Warriors. Pau Gasol to beat the buzzer, knocking in the spin shot.
With no time left, I mean, he timed this so perfectly, the red light goes off.
With the 8th pick in the 2006 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Rudy Gay from the University of Connecticut.
It'll be Gasol. He likes to go to the left hand, instead a little jumper.
Oh, we talked about Kobe with 24. Gasol has 21, and he's been even more efficient.
With the 4th pick in the 2007 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Michael Conley from Ohio State University.
The Lakers are also trading the draft rights to Marc Gasol, who is Paul Gasol's brother.
Really?
He ends up going the other direction, but the expectation is just a matter of making the numbers work.
But it doesn't matter because he's replacing Kwame Brown. And when you take it to the fact that you're replacing nothing, that makes you something, which is a plus. And that's the way to look at this situation. Kwame Brown, God bless him, is a scrub. Patient bringing the ball up. Even though I want to push the pace, don't rush things. Slow things down. Let the game come to me. He said, I noticed a lot of guys just go out and try and do too much, and they end up hurting their team.
With the 3rd pick in the 2008 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select O.J. Mayo from the University of Southern California.
The Memphis Grizzlies have hired Lionel Hollins as head coach. Hollins left an assistant coaching position with the Milwaukee Bucks to take the Memphis job.
Gasol down the lane, Sweatt with the right hand. We'll look at Gasol's dunk. Duncan turns his head, and that's all that Gasol needed for the throwdown.
With the 2nd pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Hasheem Thabeet.
The Clippers have traded leading scorer Zach Randolph to Memphis in exchange for Quentin Richardson. He averaged 20.8 points and 10.1 rebounds in 50 games for the Clippers last season.
Iverson as to what his role was going to be. When they met late in the summer and they did the deal, they didn't talk it out enough, and Allen thought he was going to have a chance to compete for a starting job.
One I'm going to focus on in particular is a guy named Rudy Gay. This is the youngest team in the NBA. He has some really good players that go with him. Conley, O.J. Mayo, they have scores.
That shot will count. Randolph turned it loose just in the nick of time, and it's Rondo, Tony Allen lays it in.
Layup, one soft foul, and then another non-foul. And as much as I love...
Do they get that plus 10 or more to make the playoffs?
If they're in the Eastern Conference, they make the playoffs. 2 things for me. Defensively and their bench production, they have to raise that to at least get to 50 wins to have a chance.
And I didn't want to get any ticky-tack fouls by grabbing them, on those pin downs. So I just tried to fight through the screens. Got to give our strength and conditioning coach a praise, too, because I lift a lot of weights this week.
Cardinal back in. Dirk's out of the game. Randolph posting up. Cardinal scores with a foul.
Just overpowered Cardinal right here. Watch him turn, spin, go to that left hand. See how much he moves, Cardinal?
How did you beat the #1 seed?
I mean, we've been playing good basketball. We're a good team. We don't get a lot of TV games, so a lot of people don't get to see us play. We're a good team. We work hard. We got young players that like to play, and we reckon with.
And it looks like the Grizzlies' wonderful playoff ride will come to an end. The number 8 seed that goes to Game 7 of the second round. Only the 4th 8 seed to knock off the number 1.
And the pass picked up by Tony Allen. Josh is going to challenge it. Can't get it. Foul on Josh.
Tony Allen finishing right at the rim.
Marshawn Brooks. It was scraped away by Mayo and Conley uncontested. Upstairs, it's showtime. Rudy Gay on the finish off the bank pass from Mike Conley.
Could have done something better for the off season in order to get better at things that you thought you came up a little short for the playoffs or the season. After that, you do everything.
bringing us in here. I think we can definitely make that happen and get back to that point to win a championship. Not only just with the guys here, but your help is going to be big, and we're really excited.
Gasol guarding the inbounds, turn and gun, blocked by Gasol, and the game is over. Marc Gasol rejects Nick Young, and the Grizzlies escape from Philadelphia.
Much like Oklahoma City, given the market size for the Grizzlies, they just felt like it's not sustainable to have three guys making $50 million a year. It's just there's no way to improve your team.
Conley flashes, guarded by Danny Green. Conley levels him off to the cup, puts it up, and in with 6/10 of a second.
I didn't have the teammates that I have because I give them a lot of credit. I'm really excited about being here today. I'm honored. I'm the first European to ever accomplish this, and it's really an honor.
Let's see what happened here.
Here they go, tangled up. Looks like Griffin locks him up and then tries to pull him down. And then Zach falls over, and he goes for the half Nelson.
I believe that's what the finals are going to be now. I think it's going to be Miami-Memphis. If that happens, it's at least a 6-game series. Memphis is a bona fide threat.
The type of series it was for the Memphis Grizzlies. Tony Parker and the Spurs advanced to the NBA Finals for the 5th time with their sweep of Memphis in the Western Conference Final.
The Grizzlies made the Western Conference Finals last season and then let go head coach Lionel Hollins in June. Just 2 weeks later, Yeager earned his first head coaching job in the NBA.
And they're going to be a handful for somebody if they can get into the postseason.
I love to see this team in the playoffs because they are built for this time of the year.
Absolutely.
Regulation. Conley on the run, gets the float. And Conley gives them a very dramatic victory.
After he split the defense and got into the teeth of the defense.
Westbrook, a bang-bang play like that, but that one is let go. And here you see Randolph going at Adams and Edmund.
Had an answer all night. A quick 6-0 run. Allen got a piece of that one. Almost out of bounds somehow. Durant lets it go. Carter for three. Got it.
By the Memphis bench. First Carter in transition. The spot up three.
And Dave Yeager's strange coaching situation from the summer appeared to be in the rear view. Is this team ready for a return to the conference finals? Or are they a bottom half playoff team?
It brings instant versatility, but also athleticism. We got guys that run fast and jump, but it's playing athleticism. He's a guy that can change into the floor with the basketball, finish at the front of the rim.
Gasol for the tie. Makes it in! Oh my goodness! Marc Gasol!
As Brock Green recovers, Carter's at midcourt. Listen to the crowd as the Memphis Grizzlies have won Game 5 at the Grindhouse.
And for the first time since 1976, the Warriors are going to the conference finals.
Having an older team, at the end of the day, every year should be the year. That's the life that we live in the NBA. I think that you gotta cherish the moment and really put everything you got into that.
The Grizzlies will be without their big man, and the news is not good. The team announced on Tuesday that center Marc Gasol has a fracture in his right foot. This type of injury is never good for a 7-footer, and it's unclear if he could even return this season.
And I think that the Grizzlies said, well, if you give us a first-round pick as well, we'll take him off your hands, because I don't think
that's why that was a great move by the Grizzlies, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
especially with Green very likely going anyway.
Because no one's been giving up first-round picks.
Good last shot here. Vince.
San Antonio sweeps Memphis, and the Spurs will be in the Final 8 of the NBA playoffs again.
These guys fought, and I can't tell you enough how proud I am of every guy that is in that locker room and has come through that locker room. This season's been hard. It's been really hard.
free agency is a crazy thing for me, and every player has to go through it. And this is my first time really being an unrestricted free agent. And I heard that Memphis, was interested. I was interested.
Well, I've worked very hard for it. I think all the guys who have come up in this situation that I'm in, all of us got paid, and it's going to continue to be that way for the next few seasons.
This team has star power. You don't think star power when you think about the Memphis Grizzlies, but Mike Conley is their starting point guard. He's one of the best point guards in the league, probably the best player to never make an all-star game in the league. Marc Gasol is their starting center, arguably they're the best center in the league.
7/10 of a second, no timeouts for the Grizzlies. Lob for Gasol. Yes! Yes! Oh, what a play!
The San Antonio Spurs are going to close out the Memphis Grizzlies. That is it. And for the fourth time in the history between these two teams, the Spurs end up as the one who advances.
But I think veterans now are starting to realize that there's a lot of value. You can sit back at the end of that bench.
There's a lot of value in money, I think, is what we're finding out here.
And not just 1 or 2 years now. These guys can sit there for a while.
There's still no timeline. Just going through the process, and the process is slow, unfortunately. So making progress, though. Just doing a lot more on the court.
We were struggling, had lost 8 in a row, after having a great start. And, we were really battling, and I was more dug into the film and trying to get our team to win games more than worrying about my job.
KD's waiting out for David Westgate to help.
The 14-point lead. I don't know, when you make that first move and you come to a jump stop and pick up.
And I think this is a terrific upgrade. They haven't had Jonas Valanciunas. Now they upgrade that position. They don't have to give up a first-round pick for him. I thought this was a terrific trade.
For Memphis, David, they're about to draft their point guard of the future, Ja Morant from Murray State. They moved Marc Gasol at the trade deadline last year, and they're ready to head into a rebuild. Mike Conley with 2 years left on his deal.